You already know who it is, the one and only homie Chef. And we are out here and it is mad loud. This music is banging. But yeah, it's crazy because it's nobody out here really, you know what I'm saying? And that is very, very odd for such a shoe that is in high demand all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So we're gonna see what's going on in a second, and I'm gonna let you know. We out here in front of Snipes right now. Everything's been raffled, but you know, gotta pull a rabbit out of the hat for your boy. You know? Yeah, we outside. Breakfast Club is in the building, as you keep moving behind my head. Spike was out here. What up, Spike? You know what I mean? Spike then had to shoot the Hibbits, but yeah. See the homie, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna see what we can squeeze out, man. Now number 2 done pulled up. Spike, you already know, man. So yeah, make sure y'all understand. June, I think it's 26th, 27th, or the 28th, SneakerCon Atlanta. Come pull up and holler at the homie, you know what I mean? For sure, you know what I mean? Gonna be outside, man. This how the Breakfast Club stepping, that's me. You see Spike. You see the homie Diesel, man.
Yeah, this is one of the only times you'll catch me in anything other than New Balance.
Yeah, so yeah, the boys out here stepping today. It's going down. When in doubt, snatch him off the mannequin. You know what I mean? Little line, getting kind of serious back here. But you know, we working. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, everybody popped out, man, today for these fours. It's not a game. Breakfast Club really ate. Yeah, you already saw Spike and, you know what I mean, my boy Dylan, you know what I mean, they were already making their laps. Didn't get the hot put Squeeze on the camera, but shout out to the boy Squeeze. Squeeze was here too. But yeah, now, lo and behold, you know, O going, yeah, so you know what I mean, O making an appearance. I'm telling you, Breakfast Club, like, we ate today. Yeah, we about to make another trip, another trek to grab another pair. Yeah, man, I don't know. This was a weird one. We're gonna talk about this though, for sure. Breakfast Club still outside. I'm telling you, you see everybody's out here getting pairs. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, man. Like, you just can't let such a good shoe sit, man. But like I said, we're gonna talk about this. What up, 3 times? You already know who it is. It's the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. You're looking at me. We got an almighty shoe review. Appreciate you tapping in. If this is your first time, be sure to go ahead and hit that notification bell along with that subscription button so you can stay tuned and tapped in to all the content and information that I drop. If you feel compelled, please go ahead and give a thumbs up so I can keep me in the algorithm, and leave a comment because I'm responding and listening. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, the one and only homies. We were waiting for this day, and as you can see, we were outside in attendance, you know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of us, you know what I mean? Shout out to O, shout out to Josh, shout out to Dylan. Happy birthday, you know what I mean? Diesel Dylan, it's his birthday, you know what I mean? This is a very fun weekend, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to the homie, shout out to Spike, you know what I mean? Shout out to O, shout out to Squeeze. I ain't get Squeeze on camera, but Brother Man was outside doing laps with me, you know what I mean? And when I say we were looping. Now, granted, my weekend wasn't supposed to go like this, and I wasn't supposed to be available for the loops. And due to the situation and circumstances that I went through, it was kind of hard to loop. But then again, it really wasn't. But we're going to get into that. You know what I mean? We're going to get into that. The shoe that's up for review today, yeah, we've been waiting on this for a little while. You know what I'm saying? There's so much politics behind this, and it was a little bit more than I thought it would be. But never mind the small talk. You know how we rock. We start with the box. Ooh, y'all know what time it is, baby. And the colors read Summit White, Fire Red. And I present to you the Nike Air Jordan 4 White Cement. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Oof. But we here, y'all. And now that we got them in hand, let's get into them. The 2025 edition of the Air Jordan 4 Retro OG White Cement utilizes a layered white leather upper equipped with the corner panel netting and black molded eyelets. Tech grade accents covered in black speckle detailing land on the TPU support wings, air assisted polyurethane midsole, and the heel tab ladder marked with the Nike Air branding. A vibrant flash of color arrives as a crimson Jumpman logo on the flight tongue tag. Underfoot, the rubber outsole features flex grooves and a herringbone traction pattern. Alright, so boom. Yeah, you already know one of the greatest Jordans ever in history, you know what I'm saying? Very, very important. Very, 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 very important. And, you know, we've been waiting on these for a long time, you know what I mean? Everybody knew the white cement was coming, the white cement was coming. And this is the first time it's been retro since I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, Nike, you know what I mean? I'm not even mad at it, you know what I mean? Before we get into the politics, because there's some politics about this shoe that I want to talk about, let's go and get into the pros and cons, you know what I'm saying? All right, so you got the all white leather upper. Now, the thing about this leather is it feels a little stiff, you know what I mean? It's a little tough. It's, how can I describe it? It's kind of military four-ish, you know what I mean? The military blue fours, it feels like that, maybe a little stiffer. It's not as soft and supple as maybe the reimagined fours or the oxidized fours. It's nothing like that. This is a little bit of a stiffer leather, but nevertheless, it's very clean. Just know when you step, this bad boy gonna crease, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's very, very crispy, you know? Got the tag, you know what I mean? You see all the wings and the eyelets, you know what I'm saying? The molded eyelets in black, you know what I mean? Got the cement. Then you got the cement on the midsole, you know what I mean? This is just, I mean, this is super clean. You see it, OG, you know what I mean? Very, very popular for those, if you know about Spike Lee, you know what I mean? Do the Right Thing. Yeah, this shoe, you know what I mean, caused a nice little war because homie rode over dude's shoes with the bike, you know what I mean? So this shoe is very iconic in culture, you know what I mean? Not just sneaker, but in 80s, 90s culture, you know what I mean? Real sneakerheads know this shoe really like did a lot, you know what I mean? Set it off, man, and Mike just really did his thing rocking this, you know what I'm saying? But it's all the way through and through, very beautiful, all the way to a T. I'm not even mad at this at all. Very good, you know what I mean? Quality execution, if you ask me. This looks really, really good, you know what I mean? Now, let's go ahead and get to a little bit of the politics, you know what I'm saying? Or rather, yeah, let's get to the politics. All right, so boom. Nike had the shock drop, and the shock drop went pretty well, went pretty fast, you know what I'm saying? A good number of people hit, and that was about a couple weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Now, after that, you know, people were still floating around the idea that, oh, there's 300,000 in stock, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be one of the biggest stocks that was supposed to drop this year with Jordan shoes. They were saying that for months and months and months leading up to this release. Today, I'm sad to say that I don't think 300,000 pairs were sold, you know what I'm saying? First of all, very, very hard to hit on sneakers. Sneakers ran pretty fast. And then not only that, but a lot of the stores that I went to that were in store, they didn't really have a lot, you know what I mean? That's the first thing. Second thing was these things disappeared so fast online, you know what I mean? Whether it was JD, Foot Locker, you know what I mean? They flew. The only person I think that had them the longest, and I think that's just because of their long queue, was Snipes. Shout out to Snipes. I actually got a pair off of Snipes today as well. Yeah, that was a long queue, but even they eventually went, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, but you know, there were a couple places when I went in store, they actually had pairs open from raffles, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't get claimed in raffles. Foot Locker had a lot of shoes. It almost a full-size run. It was like 12 on down because I went to Foot Locker and got a 12 today. I also went to Champs, and then I went to DTLR. Like, a lot of places in store, you know what I mean, didn't sell out necessarily through the raffle. So it got me to thinking, like, okay, was it really 300,000, or was just that like a super hype? And at the end of the day, with everything that's going on, a lot of people didn't want these, you know what I'm saying? I was hearing words and hearing things like, oh, this is going to be the black metallic 5s all over again. But as you can see in my earlier content, when, you know, the intro, there wasn't a lot of people in the mall for these. And to be honest, we ate a lot of stock. Like, we were able to loop and just put in the work and just walk around to these stores and get every size that we needed. You know what I mean? Now, granted, a lot of people weren't taking the smaller sizes. And when I say smaller sizes, I say under 10. But, you know, at the same time, a 9.5 wasn't bad. And I was seeing people get like almost full-size runs. You know what I mean? They could have really got full-size runs. It was people getting 9.5 to 13s. And, you know, with good reasoning, you know what I'm saying? While this shoe didn't necessarily sell out like everybody thought it would or have the hype on it, this shoe has very good potential, you know what I'm saying? Now, we're gonna talk about that, but first, let's talk about the fit. It's true to size fit. Don't switch up. You know what you rock in Jordans, especially in the 4s. Stick to that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a true 13, so I got a 13 for me, and I know the comfort is right there. It's on point, so you don't have to worry about switching that up. These aren't cut any different from the regulars, you know what I mean? It feels like it's cut a little bit closer to the SB4, you know what I mean? Just looking at the ankle collar and the tongue, you know what I'm saying? But still, it's gonna be a good shoe, good fit, so stick to your true size. Resale. Resale is the reason why I wanted to wait and talk about this and stacking up on these. Resale at first rose right up, and it went to the highest I saw was about 307 in the 13. 300 was very surprising considering that they said there was a ton of these. And as time went on, you know, which was the reason why I delayed this review, that price came down. It's like now it's around 286, but I feel like that's gonna, you know what I mean, it's gonna fluctuate. And here's the reason why. This comes on Memorial Day. It's a lot of people getting out of school, a lot of people wrapping up and things of that nature. And a lot of people also taking vacations. So they might not have the funds right now to grab these, you know what I'm saying? Now, they didn't sit, so don't expect these to be a discount. You know what I mean? These weren't available for discount. So it's going to be very funny how this pans out over the next couple of weeks. I feel like the numbers might go up a little bit as people get funds in, and you know, they might not buy any shoes in the near future. However, we do have the great 5s coming, and a lot of people possibly could be waiting for them as well. So once the great 5s miss, once people miss the great 5s, excuse me, I feel like they could be possibly doubling back and getting these white cement 4s. I feel like this shoe is still going to hover around 300 for a while. And when back to school comes, if you don't have a great Jordan 5 or the white cement 4, I feel bad for you, because I know the price is going to be crazy. In the summer, going into, you know, Labor Day weekend, I feel like this shoe is going to be a $300 to $350 shoe easily. And it's just because of the simplicity and the classic look. Black and white shoe is going to be able to win. If you want a little splash of color, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go with that Jordan 5 great. But I feel like this was the summer shoe. Like, this shoe and the Jordan 5 Grape are going to be the 2 best summer shoes that'll get released. And, you know, it's going to do good with the numbers on resale. So if you ask me, if you have opportunity to stash and stack a couple pair of these, I say do so, because you will see your money come back. At least you're going to make a 50% profit off of it. You know what I mean? But take that with a grain of salt. Do what you want with that information. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Just looking at the quality, the amazement, and then not only that, but what shoe it is. And it's a Jordan 4, and if you bring it back an OG, it is definitely going to be one that's sought after, you know? But all in all, today was very successful, if you ask me. I moved a good bit of pairs and was still able to get mine, and that was the best thing that I could say, you know what I mean? Because this weekend means a lot, you know what I mean? And I will definitely lead that, you know, on the way out. But yeah, you know, let me give y'all one more look at these before we go ahead and get into the rating and bring that chef out. So that's oof. All right, and when it comes to the Jordan 4 White Cement 2025, I'm gonna give these a 9. They look great, but I'm not gonna lie, the leather's just a little bit stiff. I really wish they would have went a different leather. Not necessarily a tumbled leather, but a nice, more buttery, softer, supple leather. This, like I said, this leather will crease up when you wear it, so please do your due diligence. And if you guys got crease protectors, you know what I mean, show some love to your shoes. But the leather is good. It's very nice, don't get me wrong, but it could have been a little bit softer. So 9 out of 10 for the win on these, but nevertheless, still copying because they're OGs, you know? But get down below, let me know, did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Do you agree, disagree? Holla at me, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, tuning in. Spread love and positivity amongst your family and friends. Hold your loved ones close at the end of the day. 2025 is crazy. We getting there. We're about halfway through it. So, you know what I mean? Let's end this year off with a bang. So, you know what I mean? Be positive, man. Stay hydrated, stay focused, stay hustling, you know what I'm saying? Stay low, and more importantly, stay out the way. Mind the business that pays you, you know what I'm saying? And by any means, keep them sneakers clean, man. Y'all know the motto, before you go pay resale, come here and get them details. And if we catch you lacking, understand we snatching. We did our numbers today, but now understand, my birthday is on the 25th, so I need a grail or two, you know what I mean, for a good gift. So let me catch you slipping. Be paying attention. Be easy.